Court does call the cases of the people versus Samuel Peoples.
Thank you, Richard. People.
And Alex Warren Green on behalf of Mr. Peoples. State your name, Sam.
Samuel Peoples.
Your Honor, in file 1326, Mr. Peoples has not yet been referred to the forensic center. I've prepared an order and we are asking the court to order a forensic examination. In that case,
All right, I will order a forensic examination without objection on that case. Because has he already started the process?
I don't believe he's been interviewed, Your Honor. The competency hearings on those matters are October 30th.
It's just like next week.
That was last week. All right, so set a competency here, October 2025, 9 a.m. All right, what are we doing on the other case?
Your Honor, in the bond violation matter, we'd ask to continue our plea of mute at this time. That bond violation arose from the charges he is now facing in the felony case 1326.
Well, it also arose with Ted.
Which is charged as a felony, Your Honor.
Sergeant.
Ms. McDuffie apprised the court that there is a tether tamper, which gave rise to the bond violation. He has been charged with a felony for tether tampering. So I think at this time
He has been?
He has, yes, Your Honor.
That's the new one.
There is an error on the complaint. We are having that amended. It should be a general tamper versus the category that's specific.
Yeah, this is wrong. Okay. All right.
So we would just ask to continue our plea of mute and continue these cases to the competency hearing on.
So is he just going to remain in custody?
Your Honor, he's working with a social worker. We are asking, or between now and October 30th, we are hoping to file a written motion. I think something substantive that gives the court a better idea.
What's the objection in releasing? I mean, the thing is that as I understand the cut on the tether, he cut the tether, but he didn't go anywhere. Or I'm saying, yeah, worse, he cut the tether. I'm not. But he didn't go anywhere. He was right there when they went to go get him.
That's my understanding as well, Your Honor. If the court would consider it, then I'd ask that he be released back to home confinement.
Response?
Your Honor, obviously we had an extended conversation about this at the last hearing. I don't have any objection to him remaining on the conditions that he was on prior to this incident. I'm concerned that given that we have this incident, I don't know how sufficient that's going to be, but I'm fine with him returning to home confinement for previous terms.
Mr. Peoples, if I let you go back home, you're going to cooperate and do the right thing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that means you can't tamper with the tether.
I understand now.
You understand that?
Yes.
Or you understood it before you just did it?
I had a moment of anxiety that led to a freak out. Yes. And I felt like I needed to get it off me because it was claustrophobic. And
Got it.
yes.
I hear you. Okay. All right. Here's going to be part of the issue. I don't know if there are funds available to try to deal with the payment for that strap. Do you know family-wise whether that's available?
Your Honor, we have been in contact with his family. It's certainly something I can ask them.
Pardon?
It's certainly something I can ask his family. They are here today.
They are here.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Council approach. Reinstating his previous bond with condition. Samuel,
Yes, Your Honor.
I give you another shot. You're going to try to do the right thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to do it. I think you can do it.
Me too.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what's going to happen is somebody's got to pay money for the strap that got damaged on your tether.
Understand.
I'm going to reinstate your previous bond where you were previously at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll have to do that because you don't have a tether on now, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so they'll have to fit you with a new one prior to your release.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, don't let me down. You hear me?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, may I add one thing? After
Sure.
consulting with Mr. Peoples' family, they are asking the court if Mr. Peoples has any kind of crisis or something like that, if he can be transported to Trinity Ann Arbor without necessarily violating a confinement order. I know it's tricky to do, but they can alternatively contact me and I can talk to the tether agent if that arises.
Response?
We addressed this, I think, at the last hearing. If Mr. Peoples needed to get seek help at the hospital, that wasn't going to be an issue regardless. He would just they would simply need to notify community corrections of what happened and where they are. And if there were any sorts of deviances from the home confinement zone, I think that was the plan, which was to immediately notify community corrections office, so that the court would be apprised of what was happening. But the tether conditions, I believe, ought to remain the same.
Actually, what happened last time was the public defender came up on Mr. Peoples' behalf with a communication from CMH and a request, I believe, from his family that they're aware of certain triggering events for Mr. Peoples. That on those triggering events arising, what they were looking for was some leeway from the court to allow them to take what action, not necessarily, I mean, if they had to go to Trinity, that's fine. That's a medical thing at that point. But from what I understood and what was explained to the court, sometimes it may just be a walk just to kind of bring him back and to do whatever. I mean, I'm not using medical terms, but yeah, I think you get what I meant. My understanding is, as we were looking at that, is the people were absolutely not in agreement with that.
That's not correct, Your Honor. The request.
Well, that's what you said.
The request for.
That's what you said at the bench. If you're telling me I'm wrong, then you better be clear, Yates, right now.
I will be clear right now, Your Honor. What I said was no to the request for a tracking tether, not for home confinement. That's what I disagreed with.
When he asked whether or not they could leave, you objected vehemently, which is why I came to the decision that what I was going to do was I was told and I made it very clear, we'll bring him in here. Because what I told him very clearly is, fine, you can ask for permission, but maybe we're just in a situation to ask for forgiveness. Let the family do what they need to do. That's what you said. That was your objection.
I'm not disagreeing with that part. The request is for a tracking tether change.
Stop talking. You huff one more time and we're going to have a problem. Childers, McDuffie, Mr. Brown, Miss Yagi, my chamber.
Worst DJ District Court, County of Washington, State of Michigan, is now back in session.
You may be seated. Are they going to bring people's out?
We're
grabbing this joint right now, your partner.
Your Honor, I'm very familiar with Mr. Peoples' case if the court wants to proceed.
All right. Ms. Douglas is now here on behalf of the people on this one. So I think we can finish this up. Here's what I'm doing. His new case had $100,000 bond. I'm going to make his bond in his new case match the bond with the conditions in his other case. So that he can be released, because otherwise he would be held on that. He'll be refitted with a tether on, he'll be refitted with a GPS home confinement tether prior to release. My understanding is the family can pay the $175 to community corrections, so they'll get that paid. And all prior conditions are reinstated. And then we need a new date. So when do we?
Your Honor, my request.
Well, I got the confidence. It's actually going to be October 30th.
Okay.
It's going to be our day. So, all right.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I provide the court with the order to undergo forensic?
There hasn't been enough on this case yet, Mr.
I'm
No,
not.
go ahead. What?
May I approach?
Yes.
Thank you.
What is this? No, that's the order on the other case. I'm sorry. Not a problem.
Might be tomorrow, but as soon as they put the further on you.
Guilty. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Anything else on this matter?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. And Samuel, you told me you're gonna do it, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Go! Will you hand me my screen box?
Now go. Free.
Against Alyssa and Cosby, 5B147119.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mark Hart here in Ms. Cosby.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hart. Ms. Cosby, your name?
I'm sorry,
Your name?
Elisa Cosby.
So there's a charge of failure to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Justin Cole and his family. How is she going to proceed?
She prepared to plead guilty to the violation, but we got that explanation.
Ma'am, if you plead guilty here, I want you to understand that would be deemed a violation of the no contact provision, even though you have no prior violations at all. You could have your probation revoked, the conviction entered, and you'd be subject to a 90-day jail term. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign an advice of rights form here today?
Not today, yes, the other day, yes.
Okay. You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses. Mr. Cole, you can have a seat. When I'm ready for you, I'll call you up here, okay?
I want to be on this.
I know, I understand.
Yeah.
All right. If you plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a contested hearing. You're waiving your right to a hearing of any kind, to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent. And you'd be giving up your rights of any kind to a hearing, and then we'll proceed to sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge, you fail to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Justin Cole and his immediate family. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you have contact with him?
Yes, not physically, but
Yes, I was in the same,
I saw the video. I was given the video. Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
So the probation officer sent it to me this morning. I just took a look. So to the charge that you failed to refrain from having contact with Justin Cole, how do you plead? And his family?
guilty.
Did you have contact with him?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
What kind of contact did you have? Is it fair to say you were yelling and screaming at him in a residence where he was? Is it fair to say or not? If not, okay. Anybody force you to plead guilty or promise anything to induce you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, I'm going to accept the guilty plea. Mr. Cole, you can come up here, sir.
Thank you. You can just stand right over there by the microphone.
Just give me 1 second. Your name, sir?
Justin Gloria.
All right, so I'm going to ask them to allocute. I'm going to ask her if she has anything to say, and then I'll come to you. Mr. Hart?
Judge, the circumstances surrounding the event were basically as follows. My client's father had just died. They were out having lunch. She's a diabetic. She needed insulin. She didn't have her insulin with her. So she and her husband went to her father's house because he used to use insulin also. She went there basically for the purpose of talking to her mother about funeral arrangements and to get a shot of insulin. Unbeknownst to her, both of her brothers were in the house when she got there. She didn't immediately turn around and walk out the door. She went ahead and got the shot of insulin she needed, and then an argument ensued. That's where we're at.
Anything you would like to say? What day was this, by the way?
Monday, the 21st.
Of-
Father passed on.
Of July? Okay, go ahead. Anything you would like to say?
I I went there with me and my mother, and my husband was at the cemetery. We left there, we got lunch, and I didn't have my insulin, so I went to my mom's. When I went in, I didn't see Justin. I only see my mom and Chelsea and Nikki. I went straight to the bathroom, then I got the insulin. I went straight to my father's room, kind of broke down for a minute, and then I went to the living room. And that's when we had an argument. I actually had an argument with my other brother.
Was he the one sitting on what appeared to be a lazy boy? Or not?
Which,
I didn't see the video.
And what?
in answer to your question, Judge, I think this gentleman was the one that was taking the video and he was videoing my client talking to her other, yelling at her other brother.
Right, the one, it appeared that the other brother was he sitting on a lazy boy?
No, he was sitting right next to me. The one that was on his board was just a cousin of ours, but he was sitting right next to me, so right.
Okay,
He was right next to him on the couch.
all right, go ahead.
And that's just, with the argument started because, me and my other brother had a disagreement. So I really wasn't arguing with him.
You guys, I don't get this. I'm serious. You lose a father, and now you guys in the midst of that, at the one time you should be able to bond. I mean, you guys are like the Hatfields and McCoys, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. So you have a tragedy in your life that should bring you together, and your father was sick for a while, right?
10 years.
What do you have to say, Mr. Cole?
I think to make you understand better the situation, my father just passed away, and
I'm sorry about that too, by the way.
and I appreciate that very much. Me and him are very close, and I think a lot of this fighting stems from me and my father being as close as we were. The couple days before this, when we went to the funeral home, I understand exactly what you said. We had a tragedy death, and I put everything to the side, even though she wasn't allowed to be around me. She was at the funeral home. She said it in a meeting, and I was okay with that because I wanted everybody to be,
Right.
there for my father. Just regardless of what we could try to figure out that day, it was like I was doing something wrong. She wasn't gonna let me do this, wasn't gonna let me do that, wasn't gonna do this. And it was trying to create an issue. We moved past that day, and it was kind of a messy day. The following that next day, we went to my brother's house where we could talk about who's gonna be doing what. And she had just multiple outbursts in front of my daughters. She called me a demon, and all I kept saying to her is, I'm devastated still at this point with my father. There was a lot of stuff that she did before that kept me away from my father with probate hearing that should never happen. But all I can tell her is I don't want to fight over this stuff. I just want to get this done. And for my father, I want him to, I want this to be a nice day for him. She said to my mom that she's not letting me or my PITCH wife hit anything and over her dead body. And it was just multiple attacks, and to the point where she had her sons attack me, and then she left. And all I could do is sit there and bear through that. And I like I said, I put down everything like you said, because my father would get this over with. And let her sit in on that. And then following later that day, we were at my mother's house. She walked right in the front door. There's no way to miss us. She knew we were there. She talked to my mom before she got there. And she pulled up like a man. She came, ran in there and physically attacked me. And there was a group text message that was in the video where
I didn't see her physically attack you.
I'm sorry, verbally attacking.
Okay, there is a difference, but I get it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right, fair enough.
The reason she verbally attacked me was because there was a group message around that time of what was going to go on with Dad's funeral arrangements, that she was having outbursts in that. And I just said, am I the only one seeing her attacking me? Like, can we please tell her stop? And that's, we even see the video of her going off on me, but I was just telling her, you can't message me like that, you can't text me and stuff like that, especially the stuff that's going on. You see in the video how she acted, that was basically my brother trying to defend her, like basically saying you need to stop, like this is, our father's not here no more, like this is not what we should be going through, and it was just personal attacks against me and my daughter witnessing this. all the way to the point where I started recording because I didn't feel safe that she could say something to get me arrested for something I didn't do. So I started videotaping so you would be able to see that I didn't do that, just sitting there and I did hit her because that's what she likes to say. So in the video, it's shown for her to walk outside screaming that I beat her to the floor, my brother beat her to the floor, we all pretty much jumped her. It never happened. But that's why I videotaped so the police would understand I never touched her. And the reason she did that is she told my mother that she won't be at the funeral. I paid for my father to be buried. I had to pay that, and it's dignifying. She said the day that my father passed away, she would pay a penny. For me, I have to pay that and then being put in jail is the reason I recorded that she couldn't have false accusation and have me sitting in jail and I not be able to lift my father. That was the motive behind it. After she left, we obviously called the police just so everything was stated to the police what happened. She had her sons pull up, and that's another reaction to the probation officer, where her son physically attacked. She told her son that
That's irrelevant to this portion.
she told her son that I attacked her, and he came there and physically attacked me in front of my kids. We had a fist fight over this.
Wait a minute, slow down. Who attacked you?
Her son. All three of her sons.
Judge, if I can confirm, I do have a police report from Brownstown that Ms. Cosby's son did attack Justin Cole. There's a police report regarding it, and her son was charged with assault. That case is currently pending at this point.
And again, I'm just trying to go through understanding my father passed away. And it was enough for me to do that, but my daughter should have physically see this. They were crying and video screaming like for it to stop. And it didn't happen just that time. Following 2 days after that, she had another person attack me and almost hit me with a pipe, and I ducked and knocked a hole in my vehicle.
Oh my Lord.
And you're right, it is a crazy situation, but I want you to understand that I'm just stay away from her. I didn't even talk to her. I just tried to do what we had to do for this, and I'm physically and mentally attacked all the time.
You guys are not gonna stop until
It's
that's,
not you guys, I don't.
I'm just telling you. I saw this before at the time of sentence. They cut you a break, they gave you disorderly, they could have charged you with a felony and convicted you of a felony. I mean, there was a video, I don't know if you're aware of this, showing there was no, she alleged that Mr. Cole pointed a gun at her. They had a surveillance video, it was in the parking lot of the Brownstown Police Department. He made the report, she made a report that he had, and then I'm going by memory to an extent, that he had pointed a gun at her. Video did not show any gun. And besides that, they then went through and searched the car and did not find a gun. So they cut her a break, they give her disorderly person. It's taken under 771.1. This is almost a replay of the nonsense I heard before. I don't think you want to quit, and I gotta tell you, you didn't sound too ladylike. Let me just put it
I'm
kindly.
very ashamed of that. I'm very ashamed of
Well,
that.
but it did not seem like that was something, I'm just trying to talk to you right now, ma'am. I don't know what to do with you. I really don't. That did not seem like something that was out of the ordinary for you. Now, we all have bad days. We all make mistakes. I get it. But your language, whatever. If that's the way you talk, I don't know what to tell you. But you didn't have the right to be there and have contact with them. And I think everybody here has to figure out what is going to go on here in this family. Maybe one of you need to move to Iron Mountain and the other one to Key West, and you just agree to not communicate anymore. I have no clue. What?
My client actually lives 4 hours up.
I know she does.
She was only down here because of the death of her father. She went right back up there after this event occurred. There's been no contact since. So I would ask the court to take that into account, because it sounds to me as though there will be virtually no reason to have any contact, and she's 4 hours away. What I would ask the court to do, and I think the probation officer is in agreement with this, is she's paid off all her fines and costs. She's done all of her community service. The proof of that has been provided to the probation department. She was scheduled to be up for a 3-month review sometime soon, if I'm not mistaken, as part of what was originally a 6-month delay of sentence. following her plea. So I would ask the court to continue her on the 771, leave all the other conditions of the bond or probation in place. And given that there's very, very little likelihood they'll have any other contact, we should put an end to it. She wouldn't have been here, but even within 200 miles of here, but for the fact that her dad had died.
Yeah, may I say something as well? Again, I've brought to attention a couple of times, she doesn't live up north, she lives in Monroe and Adrian. She lives down here. She doesn't live 2.5 hours away. We're not talking about it. I understand that, but we have so upset.
But you have been down here. You told me that at one of the other court hearings before your father had passed, that you were spending some time down here.
My husband's father passed 12 days before mine, and my granddaughter was born premature on the 8th of July. She's only 1 pound.
All right, let him finish though. You were interrupting him. Go ahead.
The father-in-law she's talking about actually lives up in Lucenbecker, but anyway, she's down here and she did say on record that she has been down here. She stays down here, and I just want that to be known because I feel like the court is kind of understanding that to her extent to work in her favor, but really it's she lives here, and I just want to be on record that she's here and she can have an altercation with me anytime. That's why I was so. I remember last time you was upset with me as well, Judge, that I was upset about her probation, and that was because I feel like she could get to me at any given time or absolutely get to me. And I didn't mean to make you upset, but that's what I was needing. That the 6-month probation and kind of like her basically working in her favor, being so far away and telling me this stuff, that it makes it easier for her to do what she's doing right in this area. And she also told me on the last party, I believe, that her lawyer had a baby, and
I've heard enough of all this. Lisa, I want you to give me another review hearing date I'm extending probation 3 months, so I want you to give me one till March. Listen to me very carefully. I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do this all the time with you guys. I'm telling you right now, I find it tragic, but that's for you folks to figure out at some point. I'm extending your probation for 3 months until March 19th. I'm going to give you a new review hearing date. You're going to pay additional costs of $100. All other terms and conditions of probation remain in full force and effect, and you're going to serve 2 days on the court work program, and you're going to pay $70 for that. All fines, costs on this are due by, I'll give you until October 1st. If you can pay earlier, great. If you can't, that's fine. We'll schedule you 2 days on the court work program. You're always acting like the victim, Ms. Cosby. From what I've been able to discern so far, you've been the aggressive one. You could buy it, not buy it, not like it, but that's just the way it is. There's no doubt in my mind you filed a false report of a felony and should have been charged with and convicted of that felony. I wish you well. I'm hoping you're going to turn things around. It's tragic to me that people go through this kind of nonsense when something as important happens as their parents die.
May I address one issue?
Sure. I got to give you a review hearing date. My apologies too. Go ahead, Mr. Hart.
The same day as the event that brings us back to court today occurred, she, after the argument with whatever was going on in the house, she actually had a heart attack and went to the hospital. And she's still recovering from that heart attack. So I'm not so sure she can do work.
Okay, well, she's going to do the work program, but you're not going to have to do it as long as you're recovering. So I'm going to tell you, don't schedule that until at least November. If there's a cardiologist that tells us differently, then I'm going to be reasonable about it. Lisa, give me a new review hearing date, please.
March 4th of 26 at 9 o'clock.
And just so you know that I'm telling you, if this happens again.
So I know the last part that you said that she is first, second, third, fourth party contact with me, which I've been physically assaulted. Everything that happened.
Listen.
She would have a rare toothbrush. She's not going to jail. She's
Mr. Cole, I'm doing what I believe to be the right thing. That's what I do when I come in here every single day. Okay? That's what I'm doing. If there's some evidence that comes out that she directed somebody to come and assault you or encouraged them to assault you or aided them in that, that's a different issue. That's my decision. You guys will have to live with it. I wish everybody well. Good to see you, Mr. Hurt.
You have got to be kidding me. What is going on today? This is a joke. Today is an absolute. He's an interpreter.
I need an interpreter when I cannot express myself somehow.
Oh my God, sir, put that cigarette out. I don't give a crap that you are outside of this. What is wrong with everybody today? You know what, Miss Reed, we're gonna start bringing people in person. You're gonna learn how to act in a corporate.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Ma'am? Ma'am? Can you hear it? Okay.
Come and go, no patience. Trust me, at the end of the day, I'm sitting up here, I'm the one that needs a drink.